Here's LP. I'm not going to talk much. Just ride. Try not to hit the trees. Don't hit any hikers. It is Saturday. And most likely going to be people here. It's a holiday weekend. We have tourists and travelers coming to California, to Pasadena. Everybody loves SoCal. The beaches, our mountains, the weather, of course. It's a little bit hot, but it's not humid. It's the dry heat. You guys remember that from Seinfeld? I love that show. I think I just hit my arm on some poison oak. I don't get poison oak that bad, but when it does scratch it with the stickers, I probably will get it. We'll see what happens in a couple days. The thing with poison oak is you don't want to get the secondary infection from scratching it. If you can leave it alone, it'll go away. Well, if you guys want to hear about the tires on LP, I've rode 275 plus here many times, and regular 275. I've got some Victoria 275 by 2.6, but they kind of measure 2.5, and I've rode those. I don't know why I keep clipping out there. Oh, I'm going slow. Of course, my fastest part was interrupted by the hiker. No excuses though. Slow is slow. know I'm going slow, I'll tell you what. LP feels a lot easier. Other than that flip out on the right-hander, there's really no other technical spot that I feel is walkable or where you have to clip out. Maybe this left-hander intimidates people, but this left-hander coming up, I was still confident in it because I'm more confident on left hands, number one, and number two, I feel like it's plenty wide.
Okay. Go ahead. Okay. Thanks so much.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Have fun.
Thank you. So here's what I mean about the left-hander. I feel like it's wide, and you got a flat spot to track stand almost. This is probably the most technical part for a hardtail, is going through that. And maybe going over this. If you're confident in just riding over chunk, not thinking you're going to pedal strike, and you've got that timing down, you'll be fine. I pedal strike so many times. I just learned the hard way. The school of hard knocks. Believe me, this trail has been all about the school of hard knocks for me. You guys remember when there used to be a trail up there to the left? You guys comment in the comments if you remember that. So there was a trail that kind of avoided this part and went to the left, and I'll show where it ended back in. Then it entered back in at the top of this to the left here, and then it would tee into this and Y into it. I was riding that early one morning, and on a weekday too, and fell all the way down. I fell off of it and fell all the way down. The most scary fall in my life. I literally was looking at the wall like a cartoon where you see, you know, when you see a cartoon where they're looking at the building, go by them while they fall off a building, kind of like that aspect, or Spider-Man kind of swinging down a building. So I saw that for the first time in my life. Never seen myself fall that far before, and I landed straight on my back, and I was wearing not this camelback but a different one, obviously. Hello. Obviously that one's long gone, and it had water in it. It had the bladder in it, and that bladder saved my spine. Thank God. I scratched and had a laceration on the back of my head, right at the bottom of my skull, where those back then, the helmets didn't come down as far. So where my head hit the rock and my back hit the rock, and I landed in some rocks. I landed in the riverbed, so it was all rocks. And I went to work, and I asked one of the nurses that worked with me, because I work with all nurses, I'm a nurse. I said, hey, can you steri strip this? It's still bleeding, and I cut it this morning. And she's like, oh my God, what the fuck did you do? So I fell down on my bike this morning. She goes, you're bleeding. And look at your arm looks all bruised too, because it was kind of bruised up. And she says, you're going to urgent care. So I went to urgent care. I was not working at a hospital at the time, I was working at an office, so I didn't have like an emergency room to go to. So I just went to urgent care, and they x-rayed me. Everything was fine. And I felt my tire kind of a little bit too low in the back there. I'm sure it hit the cush core. It didn't hit the rim, but I felt the bottom pretty good. So maybe 9 is a little bit too low. I'll stick to 11, but it felt great. Thanks for watching, guys. Here's the exit credit. Look, the tree drop. I don't know if you guys do the tree drop, but it's always a nice little rollout. You can do it. If you jump too far, you're going to land flat. So keep that in mind. There's one more little jump. Let's see if I get